to the 30-day challenge, and this is day 3. We're going to add a little vinyasa flow to our exercises. If you're ready, let's get started.
Slowly make your way to a seated position on your mat. Place your hands in your lap and then bring your palms together in prayer at your heart center. Let's return to that intention that you set for your journey yesterday. You can close your eyes or lower your gaze, turning inward here. And let's just be the observer of our practice today. First, just observing our breath. Are we breathing more into our chest or our belly? Are we able to maybe move that breath a little bit more towards our belly? Now let's take a nice deep breath and bow our head, sealing that intention for our practice today. Allowing ourselves to have some gratitude for making it to our mat, because we know that is the hardest part. Now let's start by beginning into a twist by placing our left hand on our right knee and looking behind our right shoulder. Returning to neutral and then switching. Right hand on left knee and turning and looking over our left shoulder. A nice seated twist here to loosen up the spine. Inhale through our nose, exhale through our mouth. And then we'll come to a quadruped position on all fours and go right into our cat-cow from yesterday. I will step back from guiding you and allow you to go at your own pace. Now let's return to a neutral spine. Let's begin to extend the left arm long and right leg long, flexing our right ankle and turning our left thumb up, pointing towards the ceiling. Let's keep our back flat here. As we exhale, we're going to constrict the core, bringing the left elbow towards the left knee. As you inhale, you're going to extend back out. As you exhale, you're going to curl back in. Go at your own pace here. Elbow to knee. And then extend back long. Then bring your left hand towards the mat and right knee towards the mat. Shake out that right wrist. If you're a beginner to this practice, the wrists take time to build strength and stamina during these exercises. Let's slowly shift our weight to the left arm and then extend our right arm long and left leg long, flexing our left ankle and pointing our right thumb upwards, and then bringing our right elbow towards our right knee and back out into extension. Constricting the core as we curl in. Inhaling as we extend long. Exhaling, knee to elbow. Inhaling, right arm long. And repeat at your own pace, slow and controlled. And then lower our right hand and left knee to meet the mat. Roll that left wrist out. Look over our left shoulder and shift our hips to the right. Shift our hips to the left and look over our right shoulder, loosening those hips out. Come back to center. Curl your toes under and shift your weight back onto your heels and come into a squat. A deep squat here. If this is too much for you, you can come up into forward fold, dangling forward fold, or just stay here for a moment in this deep squat. Those of you still in a deep squat, place your hands on the mat and meet our friends in the forward fold now. Let's begin to put our weight on the heels and shift our weight left and right, grasping for our elbows, swaying side to side, generous bend in the knees, head dangling here. Enjoy this stretch in the low back, releasing the hamstrings, releasing any tension in the neck and shoulders, resting your chest and belly on your thighs. Swaying side to side, releasing the elbow grasp, dangling your hands. Begin to press through your heels as you rise up into mountain pose. Palms facing forward, active through the hands. Begin to roll the shoulders and neck here. Very active through your legs, pressing your shoulder blades back, releasing your neck side to side. Spread your fingers wide, chest lifted, raise your hands up by your ears and fold forward. Walking your hands along the mat until you find plank. Pause a moment. I am strong. Then press back into downward dog. Pedal out your legs, bending your right knee and then your left knee. Finding a stretch along your right calf. Shifting your weight back to your left leg, raising your right leg up into the air. And then bringing it forward into a lunge. Raising your arms up by your ears, active through the arms. Drop your left hand down towards the mat. Raise your right arm up towards the ceiling. Gaze at your right arm if your neck allows. Raise your right knee off the mat if you want to intensify this. Otherwise, keep your knee resting on the mat. If your knee is up, now drop it down towards the mat. Bring your right hand to meet your left hand. Bring your right foot back to meet your left foot. Raise your left foot into the air and then bring it forward for crescent lunge. Active through the arms, by the ears. Place your right hand down onto the mat. Raise your left hand up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards your left hand. If you raise the knee on the right side, go ahead and do so now on the left side. Let's meet back with our knees on the mat. And then lower our left hand towards the mat, drop our left foot back to meet the right foot, find plank, lower slowly onto the mat, and move into cobra. Drop back down onto your belly, and transition back into plank. Pause for a moment here and whisper to yourself, I am strong. I am strong. Press back into downward dog, lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Bending your knees, walking your hands to meet your feet. Find flat back, resting your hands on your shins or your thighs, whichever you prefer. Gaze forward. Pinch your shoulder blades here, and then dangle down into full forward fold. Actively press through your legs for volcano. Arms active by your ears, shoulder blades press down and away, finding space between your shoulders and your ears here. Chest lifted, core tight, body weight even through both feet. Drop one hand down towards your side and then the other hand down towards your side. Nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Take a moment here in mountain pose. Raise your arms active up by your ears for volcano, and then forward fold, hands placed onto the mat. Slowly walk it to the top of the mat until you find plank. Then press back into downward facing dog. Bend your right knee, get a nice stretch through your left calf. Then bend your left knee, get a nice stretch through your right calf, dropping your heel down towards the mat. Straighten both knees. Then press back into plank. Lower down slowly to your belly and press up into cobra. Then press back onto your knees and find child pose. Tailbone to heels, forehead to the mat. Lengthen through your spine from crown of your head to your tailbone. Extend your arms long. Take a few breaths here. Slowly make your way back to quadruped. Drop down onto your right side and roll over onto your back. Find a nice comfortable position on your back. Widen your feet to the edges of the mat so you can bring your knees together to touch and relax here. Let's begin to be the observer again. Focusing on our breath. Noticing where our breath is. Are we breathing more into our chest? Are we able to breathe into our belly? Relaxing our abdomen with every inhale, filling the belly with air, and then exhaling all the air out, constricting the abdomen with the exhale, pushing every last ounce of air out. Let's stay here for several breaths. Inhaling for 4 seconds and then exhaling for 4 seconds. Go at your own pace. Now let's walk our feet slowly back together, bringing the soles of our feet to touch, dropping our knees down towards our mat. To get a nice stretch through our inner groin for reclining butterfly. Begin to melt into the mat. With every exhale, release the inner thighs and drop the knees closer to the floor. Extend one leg, then extend the other leg. Allow the feet to flop towards the ground for final Shavasana. Energy is the currency of the universe. When you pay attention to something, you buy that experience. So when you allow your consciousness to focus on someone or something that annoys you, you feed it your energy and it reciprocates that experience of being annoyed. Be selective in your focus because your attention feeds the energy of it and keeps it alive, not just within you, but in the collective consciousness as well. Namaste. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.